Hello, I'm Reuben Reynolds from Ionic Systems. Today I would like to show you our range of Waterfed poles for 2012. There are now 19 poles, starting with a 17-foot Grafter through to an 80-foot Swift pole. Let's take a closer look. Here we have the Grafter range, all sharing the same collapsed length of just 1.6 metres, 5 foot 3 inches. These short section poles are great for lower level jobs and working in confined spaces, and ideal for storing in small vans. The Grafter is a glass carbon fibre mix pole which this year is produced with a new hard wearing finish. It's complete with new tips which now make this a more durable pole for day-to-day use. These poles all come as standard with a 12-inch double trim brush with adjustable angle cranks for multi-angle positioning. With all the poles in the range, they all share the same transverse clamps which are very easy to open and close with plenty of room for adjustment. The levers can be changed from left to right. So here's the Glyder. There's 7 poles in this range. The collapsed length of these poles is just shy of 2 metres on a residential and just over 2 metres if it's got a commercial head on it. It's a 100% carbon pole. That's a standard Glyder. And there is an addition this year. We've actually got it. There's a plus range. So what's the difference? Well, the plus range is a high modulus carbon, so it's a very, very rigid pole, which we'll show you shortly. So got a 25, a 30, a 35, and a 40. The Glyder range, you've got a choice of either having the standard residential brush on there, which is 12 inches with an angle crank, or with a commercial head with a ferrule. So you can fit either a 12 or an 18 or a 24-inch brush onto this pole. What I really love about the plus range of poles now, with it being really rigid, especially for doing fascias, soffits and underneath of gutter rings. So let's get it extended. Let's see how the Grafter and the Glyder poles compare for rigidity in the same height range of around 30 feet. Here we have a 32-foot Grafter, a 30-foot standard Glyder and the plus version of the Glyder. They're fully extended and you can see for yourself that the tubes do vary in stiffness. The Grafter is not as rigid as the Glyder poles, but still a good workable pole. The Glyder as a full carbon pole is a lot more rigid and is more hard wearing material. The Glyder Plus, as you can see, is more rigid than the standard version. This translates into ease of use and again makes for a good hard wearing pole. So to sum it up, the more rigid the pole, the easier it is to work and the more windows you can clean. Here we have the award-winning Swift range. There are a few changes in size for this year, with the 35-foot Swift being replaced with the shorter section 35-foot Glyder. We decided to offer an additional size of 55 feet to bridge the size gap from 45 to 65. So the range starts at 45, then a 55, 65 and then the 80 foot. The Swift poles are also available in a high modulus plus range for increased rigidity. I must add the 80-foot version is only available in the high modulus material, which is required for strength and rigidity to work at that height. Here we have the two 45-foot Swifts set up. They're fully extended over the bar, so as you can see the difference between the standard and the plus versions is more noticeable over the bigger poles. If you were using it every day, you'd feel the benefit of the added rigidity. For more information on our Waterfed pole range, check out the website at ionicsystems.com.